Hi there, welcome to Own Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing all of my completed pages and all of my books from Johanna Basford with you guys. Last year, I tried to focus on coloring in my Johanna books, and I did several color alongs here on the channel. I was only able to get 10 new pages done, but still, that's 10 new pages that I might not have done otherwise because I have so many books that it's hard to give love to all of the books that I own. So having a focus really helps me so that I can focus on that one thing. So anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. I have a couple of books I'm going to share with you first. So these are books that I don't have anything done in. 30 Days of Creativity. I have seen some really cute pages done in this. I really like it. I think it's a fun book. I just haven't done it. I don't know why. Yeah, I've seen a couple people do these robots, and they're just so cute. So we'll see if maybe I can add a little bit of stuff to this, but I think it's fun. I just think it's a great idea, and you just, 10 minutes, go to a page, work on it, do something. It was just a great idea for that book, for sure. Small Victories. I know this is a lot of people's favorites. I've only started one page, and it's a page that I'm coloring with my mother. We both have the same book, so we're going to color this page together, and I don't know how far she's gotten either, but I don't know what it is about these ones. I just haven't been drawn to it as much as some of the bigger books. But yeah, so that's all I've gotten done in Small Victories. And then in Magical Worlds, this is her newest one. I don't have anything done in it yet, but I'm very excited to color in this book. This is one that I feel like it was almost made for me. Like every page in here, I just adore. I have a hard time sometimes with these minis, but I've seen enough out there that I'm just gonna color them, and I'm not gonna worry about trying to make cute backgrounds for the whole page or anything like that. I think I'm just gonna color, and it's gonna be fine. Yeah, even this giant wallpaper page, I really like that one too. So normally I don't care for the wallpaper pages, but this whole book is just, I love it. So yeah, look for stuff from this year. That's one of my books, my untouched books I want to focus on this year. So hopefully, since I have it written down somewhere, it'll be more likely to happen. Okay, so I'm going to first share with you I have a couple of planners from years past, and I've kept them because I really do like a lot of the pages in them. So I'm going to share those with you. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so this one was the first one I had, and it's from 2021. And you can see I just had fun with it. And I did try to do different mediums each month or each week, because there's a different illustration for each week. So I did try to do different mediums each week. So this one was polychromos. This one was my Marco Raffine pencils. This was a really good way also to use my supplies that I hardly ever reach for. Yeah, it was a great way to do that. And I did that this year, and then I also did it in 2023. So I don't think I'm going to buy one this year. I don't know. I might. Anyway, so this is Marco Raffine pencils. This one is all Arteza. I really like that one. This one is Prismacolor. And we've got Black Widows. And I whited out all the lines on that one so that I could, make it look a little different, and used a black paint marker that I really don't like that. But if you look at it in a certain angles, it's fine. It's just when you move it around, it catches the light for some of things. So this one is all Crayola pencils, which is really pretty. I'm going to scoot this way. And then we've got Schwer Farben pencils. These are Neo colors. I wasn't sure how water mediums would do in this book. They're not great, but it's not enough that it completely ruined the paper. So these were all just markers. I think Crayola Super Tips. This is an Inktense page. Derwent. Color Soft. So that was before I had any of the other Derwent pencils. These are my Tombow markers. I was able to use them as a little bit of a, not necessarily a watercolor, but I was able to use the colorless blender and blend the markers really well in the background, and that was really fun to do. This is my Ergo Soft. This is my Arteza watercolor pencils. This is a page that, you see, this is one of those wallpaper pages with the repeating things. I just can't do it. So I did 2 of them and that was it. But these were a pencil brand called Giotto, which I only had a small set of. But I like that. This is all gel pens, which is really fun and sparkly and shiny. This one is Castle Art pencils. These are crayons, just my Crayola crayons. Yeah, really like the way that turned out. Crazy Art pencils. My Prang colored pencils. So these are really old, very student grade brand, but yeah, I used to use those a lot with my Crayolas. This is my Artlicious pencils. US Art Supply and Sargent Art pencils. So these were just random, really cheap pencils that I found online. But it looks really nice, especially on this paper. It worked well. These are my Marco Raffine pastel pencils. Copic markers. This is another one with the US Art Supply pencils. These are the Crazy Art pencils. Love those. My Polychromos again. More alcohol markers. This is one of my favorite pages. I think it's so pretty. Yeah, and then I think after that I was done with going through my supplies, so then I just started doing like color palettes and combinations of things. I have no idea what pencils those were, but they turned out cute. Yeah, and that's mostly markers, I think. And then, yeah, I started doing like color themes. So this is all supposed to be like oranges and orange, pink, and yellow is what I wrote down. So that's what I did for that. This is my glitter Posca pens. I don't know if it's really picking it up, but it's nice. It's pretty, it's got a nice sheen to it. Not really glittery, but it's definitely like a metallic, a good metallic. These are my Tombows. I really like that one. I have no idea what pencils those were because I didn't write it down. It looks nice though. Same with that one, I don't know. That looks like fine liners, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that's why there's little dots in there. Anytime I use fine liners. So this one I was gonna start and try to do the entire page with the little pointillism things, and I was just like, that's insane. So I've seen people do like big pages full of that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I don't know what pencils, but I like that color palette. That's another one with markers and gel pen. Might just be those 2 things. I think it's just markers and gel pen. This one is, oh, I started writing again. Tombows, Prisma, and Copic markers. Black Widow pencils. This is another page that I really, really like. I made it spooky since it was an October page. I didn't do that one because I had already done that one in my big book. This is all Copic and a little bit of Shuttle Art pencils. Crayola Super Tips and some Stickles. Derwent drawing pencils. This is another one that I don't use these pencils enough, and they're so beautiful. I need to try to use them more. Yeah, I don't remember which pencils those are, but I like that page. That might be, I think there's only one more. Yeah, just this one. This is the last one. But yeah, so that was all the pages I did in 2021 in this calendar. And then for 2023, I got through almost the whole thing as well, but not quite. So these were my Derwent Pro colors. I really like this, the way that one ended up looking. I think it's really beautiful. Okay, let's see. All right, so these are the Derwent Lightfast, gorgeous, Arteza, Polychromos, Marco Raffine pencils and a little bit of chalk pastel, snowflakes in the background. These are all markers. My color blend pencil. So I think this is a Spectrum Noir, I believe. Yeah, for that. My Brute Pruners and some Distress inks in the background. This is all markers. Color Ya pencils, which these ones turned out more vibrant than I was expecting. I do like that one. Black Widow. The Giotto pencils again. I bought this brand from Target called Mondo Llama, so that's what these ones are. It's a student grade pencil still, but they were fun to use. Markers. Inktense, really love this one. I think that's just beautiful. The palette is really cool, and I just like it a lot. My Lyra Rembrandt pencils, which I did not love coloring with them, but I like the overall effect at the end, but the process of it was just not fun. Prismas, so fun, different kind of page. Crayola, I didn't finish this because it was a lot. It was a lot. I wrote all my colors down so I could come back and finish if I wanted to, but yeah. These are the Kohinoor pencils, which I really like those too. Castle Arts. Shuttle Art. I started this and I just couldn't. I didn't want to finish it. These are my Crazy Art pencils, which that one was really fun. Staedtler Ergosoft. Like that one. These are the Cezanne pencils. And a little bit of silver sparkly pen, which I like that. These are the Artlicious pencils, and I do really like the way that that one turned out too. I don't know if it's just the palette or what it was, but I really like that. This is all alcohol markers. My Speer Farben pencils. This is another page that I really like. Color Soft. That one was fun. Markers. Sioux Color pencils. That one turned out nice. These are my Arteza pastel pencils, and I really like them, and then I added some stickles over the top, and it just makes it really fun. I like the way that one turned out a lot. I started using the Artex pencils here, and I just didn't want to finish the page, so I stopped. This is my Ink Onic and Arteza pencils. So the Arteza are the Ink Onic are Arteza fine liners. Yeah, so that's that. These are Neocolors and a little bit of metallic watercolor. And then I used a little bit of colored pencil just to darken up in between the leaves. Really like the way that turned out. These are watercolor pencils. That's all it says. I don't know what brand. I have no idea. This one was, I had a great idea. I used distress inks in the background, and then I was going to use pencils to add shading. You can see I started to do it right there, but I didn't finish. I started to use the Starjoy Gold on that one. These are the Caran d'Ache Supra colors. These are my Color colored pencils. This is the Art Pop watercolor pencils. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. I have no memory of those pencils. These are the Starjoy Gold pencils. I like the palette on that one. I thought that turned out pretty. This is some markers. I think it's just markers. Maybe a little bit of colored pencil on the owl and shading, but yeah. And then a lot of these are just, I have just an alcohol marker base done on some of these, and then I didn't really finish very many of them. That one would have been really pretty all done. And I started that one. I think that might be it. Yeah. Yep, so that's it. So there we go. So those were my planners that I did. Okay, we'll start with this one. So this is the How to Draw Inky Wonderlands. I only have a couple of things done in here. I didn't do very much in this book at all. Another one that I think it's really fun. And then the fact that she's given us tips on how she draws her stuff is amazing. And I've put that to good use many times. So there's one little flower I did. I did another little flower grouping here in a second. This one, oh, I guess it's coral stuff. And then I've colored one page and drawn a page. So yeah, so I drew both of these, but I colored this one and then I never went back to color that one in. But yeah, so there's those. I should probably zoom you back out too. Oh, and I've drawn some little birds up there, but that's it. That's it in that one. Okay, so Ivy and the Inky Butterfly was one of the books that I did not get to last year for my color alongs. I'm kind of bummed about it because I had a couple pages picked out that I really wanted to work on, but yeah, I didn't get to it. So when I first got this book, I thought I would go in order, and I ended up stopping that pretty early on. So I did the nameplate page. I did these first 2 pages, which I do like those. And then I started this one and I was just like, oh, that's so much. And so I stopped. So I started doing little bits and pieces here. So I've got this one started too. And then I've got these 2 done. I do like those. And these 2, I think these probably are my 2 favorite, well, 2 of my favorites in the book. I like that one. And then I don't have anything done. This was one of the ones I thought about doing for the my color along, and I have like a little ivy drawn in here where she's ringing the bell. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do that one. It's still one that I'll go back and do probably, but yeah, most of these are not finished. I have things started here and there, but this is the one that's probably my favorite. It took forever. I did that whole background and it just took so long. I'll kind of hold it up so you can kind of see the background a little bit better. There's lots of trees and twigs and sticks all drawn in there. Yeah, and I really do like the way that it ended up looking, but yeah, it took forever. I have no idea what pencils I used either. I want to say I based some things with markers too to make it go faster, but that might have been before. Yeah, I don't think that I did. I think that's all pencil, which is another reason why it probably took so long. Here is another one I started. At least I have the colors written down for that one. I have notes kind of stuck in places about what I want to do for things. I started this one. Not done with that yet either. I started that one. I just didn't do very well in this book. I got that one done. And I'm going to use the same colors and everything on here, so I wrote down my colors, which was great. I think that might be it. This was another page that I thought about doing, just a quick color along. I thought that would be a fun one. And then, yeah, that's it. That's so sad. This poor book. It's such a pretty book and it's so fun, and I just have not, yeah. So there's that one. Okay, so the rest of these at least have one new page from the last time I did my flip throughs. So that's exciting. Okay, so Secret Garden. This is the second book that I got from Johanna. I've started this one. This isn't done either. I could probably finish that. I only have a few in here. So here I was testing out if I liked distress inks and whether it would bleed through, like if I did water, and how reactive it would be and everything. It was all right. It's not my favorite, but it's all right. I started this one and I decided I was going to do everything with pencil, and then I'm just like, that's a crazy idea. This background's going to take forever, but I kind of want to stick with it now too. And I like having the purples in the corners, so I was going to have like purple up here and then it kind of fade into like pinks and yellows and oranges over this way. That was my idea anyway. But I like that little door. This is probably my favorite in this book. Really like this one. I used water-based markers to base everything, and then pencils on top. A little bit of color pencil in the background to create like a little bit of a bokeh effect. And I really like it. Yeah, love that one. Let's see. I did this one. This one was a color along this year on the channel. So if you're interested in coloring a pink tree, you can do that with me on the channel. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I wish I had done a little bit darker on the background, but other than that, I think the peak tree is really fun. I like the color of the birds. Yeah, I like that one. Let's see. I also have done, what else in here? I was going to start that one too. I don't know what it was about the double page spreads in here that I really wanted. I have this one. I do like this one too. This one was a fun one. And I added the little words in the center there. I really like the background, just like the minimal background around the wreath, and then just kind of fading it out. But I like it that there's so many colors in the background. I think it looks really cool. I do have a couple more, I think. Maybe one more? I know there's at least one more. I must have missed it. Hold on a sec. This one. Yeah. I do like the way that one turned out too. So, okay, so that's it. That was Secret Garden. In Enchanted Forest, this was my very first Johanna book, and I decided I was going to color it in order. So I got this in 2016. So in February of 2016 is when I started working in this book. And I was going to go in order. So you'll see I went a whole 2 pages before I was like, I'm done. I got partway through this one. I just finished this one in 2021. So yeah. It took a while to get there. And then I was like, okay, we're just going to go through and find pages that I like. This one was from this year. I really like this. So this is a color along on the channel. If you like this page, you can follow along and color with me. I do like the way that one turned out. Let's see. I've got a couple good ones. I've got this beautiful yellow tree. This was for a color challenge where it was just all yellow. And I really think that turned out cool. Got this one here. This one was a challenge to myself to use just budget brand supplies. So I used Crayola Super Tips. I used my Mungu pastels, which are a really inexpensive chalk pastel. And then I think I used my Crayola pencils on top of that as well. So yeah, that's how that turned out. And I think it turned out really cool. Now the stickles aren't budget, but I didn't have a budget alternative for that, but I really wanted sparkly mushrooms. But yeah, I like that one a lot. I think it's cute. This is one of my favorite books that she's done. I think it's amazing. And oh, not the other day, but recently I saw somebody had done this dragon, and I was just in awe. It's like, holy cow. I don't think I could do it. But yeah, so that is all I've done in Enchanted Forest. Next we've got Lost Ocean. This one is probably my least favorite out of her books. I don't know what it is. This is another one where I would love to see if somebody has done this whole fold out. It'd be crazy. I've got a couple finished pages. So this is the one that I did for the color along this year. So if you like this page, you can check that out on the channel. I had fun with that one. I've done both of these. This one's done. I just have to finish this side. I did that one a long time ago. I've done this one. I do like this one. I think that one turned out really pretty. I think that was just Prismacolor pencils, and they work really well on this book. Yeah, like that. But yeah, it's like pages like this. That's too much for me. I don't know that I would want to do that one either, unless I just did like a weird rainbow thing. I like this one a lot. I think that's really cute. I did color the planner page that looks like that. That turned out neat. This one I did in the planner as well, but I don't think I could do it again. It was a lot. It was a lot of stuff. Yeah, and I don't love that. This one just gives me a migraine just to look at it, but I've seen it done so many cool ways where somebody's done, like, they've colored every little thing. They've done like a hidden image within the pattern. I can't do it. I can't. Yeah, there's lots of cool ones. I started that one a while ago with some alcohol markers because I knew I was never going to color this side. That was just not happening. And then I've never gone back to finish. So it's just alcohol markers and a little bit of gel pen on a few of the fish on this side so far. And that's all I've done. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back and finish it. We don't know. This is another one I started. I had very good intentions to finish the whole thing. I think it'll look neat once it's done. It's just the repetitive nature of it just drives me nuts. This one I did with gel pens. I just sat down with gel pens one day and just did that whole thing. And then I did the nameplate page. I do like this too. I think that turned out cool. Yeah, so that was Lost Ocean. Next we have Johanna's Christmas. This is one of my favorite Christmas books. And I try to color in it every year. I did not do it this year, unfortunately. But when I first got it, I had also gotten the Derwent Color Soft, and this was me testing that out, trying to learn how to use them. This is the color along that I did this year. So if you like this one, so this was done in January of last year. I really do like the way that looks. It's kind of hard to see it in the Instagram image, but I think it looks really cool. Yeah, I like that one. I'm proud of that one. And then I've got like added things. I've drawn pieces in so that I could add things to the backgrounds on certain things. This one was done as a Christmas in July one year. Started that little gingerbread guy. I started that one, which I don't know that I will go back and finish that. I don't love what it looks like right now. But who knows, maybe someday. That one was one of the first ones I did. 2017 is when I did that one. Then I also have done that one, and I drew in the little trees in the background. I really like the way that looks. Here's another one that I did in 2017. I think that's it. Yep. Oh, no, and the front cover. I like that one too. So yeah, so that's Johanna's Christmas. Magical Jungle is another one that I just had a problem with coloring for some reason. I did take a few water-based markers and do the front cover. I think that turned out fun. I've got a background started on that elephant. Notes to use orange. I was supposed to use a lot of orange on this double page, I guess. I've started this one, but I've not finished it. So I've done the shading, I think just on like this quarter up here. Yeah, it looks like it. And then I need to shade the rest of this, but I don't know that that's going to happen either. There's another one that I started and I was like, okay, that's too much. I can't repeat that anymore. So, yep. Like that one, I used a lot of neon color gel pens to do the flowers. That one I used ink tints. I do like that one. This was a like 5 color challenge, I think. And I thought that would be a fun page to do that challenge on. Started using my ink tints to do some leaves. I had plans to do a rainbow page there. That didn't happen. Here's another one that I started and just didn't get back to. This was one of the first ones I've ever finished in this book. And then the one that I did for my color along this year was this one. Super vibrant. I used a lot of water-based markers and then some pencils on top of that to do some shading. I do like the way that it looks. It's really cool, really bright and vibrant, which is what I feel like this book should be. So yeah, so that's Magical Jungle. Next we have World of Flowers, excuse me, and I have a lot of whips in this one. I did also go through and start coloring in some of the flowers in the front with some water-based markers. So I have this one here that I've started. I started it with my Ergo soft pencils. And I'm not sure what I want to do now. Like if I want to, if I want to keep using those pencils or just find other pencils in that same color palette. I'm not sure, but I do think it's going to be really cool if it's when I finish it eventually someday. I don't know when that's going to happen, but here's when I started. Another one that I did, this one was done, I think during COVID maybe with Johanna. This book is also falling apart, so it's annoying. I think we went through and did like a different pencil brand on each bug. So this was like Inktense, one of them was Prismacolor, one was Polychromos, and one was something else. Maybe my Black Widows, I can't remember now. It's been a while since I did that. I started that. Yeah, all of these are falling out, and it's the next page here. Well, I started that one too. The next page you'll see is the reason why everything's falling out. So I used a lot of water and it just got into the binding and just tore it apart. But I do like this one. I colored this for Pride one year. I thought it turned out really cool. I like that I've gone through and added, like you can see all the little flowers and leaves and stuff sticking out like above and then back down below too. I think that turned out really cool. And I did it all the way across. So yeah, I like that one a lot. I've started that one. I don't know that that's gonna ever happen. I've done this one, but I haven't done a background for it yet. But I do like the way the truck turned out. I've started both of those. This one was the color along this year, and I love the background on this. I played with oil pastels, and it was really, really fun to do. A mix of oil pastels and pencils to get that flowy look. It just turned out so fun. I really like the color palette for the whole thing, and I've got like lots of gold sparkle pen on there. And yeah, it was just super fun to do. I love that one. And then this one. So my plan for these two pages, I'm going to do this one all in warm colors and this one all in cool colors. And I just haven't gotten back to do that yet, but I'm still planning to do that in there. So yeah, and then when I'm done with this book, or as done as I think I'm going to be, I will take it apart and spiral bind it or something like that. We'll see. Okay, Worlds of Wonder. This is one that I adore. It has some of my favorite pages that I've ever done by her and more pages I would love to do. I'm trying to think on this one. I was trying to figure out how to do like make it like little in the little neighborhood. I still haven't quite figured that out. I've seen a couple of people do that with this one, or they take like each section and make it a different season. That was really cool too. But I think I want to make mine a little neighborhood. So still figuring the logistics out on that one. And then some of these kind of pages I've also done in my planners too, so I don't know that I want to go through and redo them. I'm starting to draw in things here so that I can add fun things to the background on that. So here are two of the pages I did this year, well, not this year, in this book. I really like both of them. I love the way they turned out. This one was really fun to do, and then this one is one where I went through and I've added all of the greenery in the background, because on this page it's just like the plants, the banner, and the teepee and the border, but I added in all of the trees and shrubs in the background, and then the grass, and then I whited out all the lines, and yeah, that was a lot. It was a lot to do. I think that's one of the reasons I don't white out my lines very often anymore, because it's just so much to do. And I don't dislike the way that this looks. I think that looks beautiful. I like the way that looks too. So it's just kind of, maybe it just depends on my mood. Okay, so here is this is my favorite page. I did this one in 2023, and I drew in this mermaid, and I was like, oh, that's a really fun idea. So I'll draw her in. And then last year I drew in these two mermaids on this side, and I just think it looks so cool as a double page spread. I think it's really fun. I had a lot of fun drawing the mermaids in, and I really like the color palette too. So yeah, I really like that one. I've started that. I do also have a couple of pages that I printed. I'm gonna have to grab those really quick. I'll be right back with you. Okay, sorry about the glare here. I'll try to angle the book so it's not too terribly bad. So this was from when Johanna released a few pages during COVID. I'm going to take them out of the binder. Hang on a second. Okay, that's better. So yeah, so this was, she had released a few images, put together like a mini book for people during COVID. And she had recommended just printing it out on regular printer paper, so that's what I did. I don't do that anymore. I do use cardstock when I print my PDFs, but it worked well enough. I do like the way that this one turns out. I think it's really pretty. And then I've saved the little note that she wrote, which I thought was really nice, so I'm going to keep that. And then I've got this one. I do like the way that one turned out. That was fun to do. This little turtle, I like him. This is one half of the underwater scene from Worlds of Wonder, and I do like the way that that looked. I only did one half of it though, but I wanted to try to do a rainbow theme, so I've got like a rainbow fish, and then all of those colors are mixed around in the background, but I do like it. I did the bee. Again, I like this one, and I could color it again in the Worlds of Wonder if I wanted to. And then I've saved a couple of the ones that I didn't get to, but I haven't done them yet, but I still might. And then these ones were also from COVID year. So this is my daughter and I colored these Easter bunnies that Johanna had put out for a freebie. That was really fun. And then here is the inky advent calendar. I don't remember what year this was. But yeah, this was a fun one to do. And then I also did, so I used all of the tips from the drawing books that she's got, and just from looking at her stuff, and I drew in this big letter. I give it to my niece whose name starts with an A, but I never finished it up. But I think it's really pretty. If I did go through and ink it and color it, that would be awesome, but I have yet to do that, so it just stays in my binder. All right, and then last but not least is Rooms of Wonder. I only have 1.5 pages in here completed so far. But again, this is one that I adore. I love this little unicorn. She needs to have more of those in her books somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but I think they would be really cute. This book is really cool. I don't know how much I love the mandala type pages that she has in here, but I know a lot of people do. So I'm not going to complain. Yeah, like this one, that's just a lot of repeating stuff for me that I don't need. Like if it had just been half, like half that and then something else on the page. I don't know what, but I know mandalas are things that some people really do like. It's just not my thing. Like this one, I didn't love that one. I do like this one though, but I think it's because there's not a lot of, is there any repeating elements? There might be something repeating in there, but it's all individual different things. These cool mechanical steampunk kind of things that'd be fun to play with. I like all that. I don't love this one, but I do like this. I don't know. Yeah, and the cake page, yeah. Anyway, so here is the one that I did this year. This is a color along on my channel. You can check it out on there now. I will have a link for all of the color alongs, the playlist of color alongs from Johanna in the description box below. So if you are interested, check that out. But yeah, I really like the way that this one ended up looking. I decided to do something different with the trees. Instead of just green trees and brown wood, I went with white bark on the trees and blue for the foliage. And then I had a really fun background. I did this with chalk pastel, a little bit of markers, and then Prismacolor, I believe. I think it's Prismas. But yeah, really love that one. yeah, this wallpaper page is one that I will probably never do. Unless I come in with like inks and watercolors or something. But I just don't see myself doing that one. The rest of these so far I do like. And I love seeing that one's, I don't know how I feel about that one. I kind of like that one. I don't know why I like that one and not some of the other mandalas, but anyway, I've loved seeing like Karen from My Colorful Country Life do her pages in this book. It's just amazing and so inspiring. But then I look at the book and I'm just like, oh no. I did almost use this one for my color along this year. I was going to do a cool like red color tree in the background and then like use these turquoises and stuff in different areas on the page. I'm going to keep that in there because I do like that idea. And then I've started this one. This one was markers for the flowers, and then I was using Black Widows to do the background, but my hands started hurting, so I had to stop. But I like the way that it looks so far. This one I like. This, I think that looks nice. Yeah. But yeah, so that is my pages in Rooms of Wonder, and that's it. That's all my pages. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really had fun playing with my Johanna Basford books last year. And yeah, check out the color alongs if you want to color some in your Johanna books this year. And yeah, thanks so much for being here. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.